Today we're gonna test the GPU with the load bank. This is a Hobart 90 kVA. We are going to test it with load. We're gonna put a full load bank on this. This is a 72 kilowatt, which is essentially a 90 kVA. We're gonna test the phases with the voltmeter and without the voltmeter. And we're gonna do the frequency test and the voltage test. And then I'm gonna show you guys a little bit like how to use the unit, how to operate it. All right, so first off, you wanna make sure your e-stop is not activated. You turn the engine on from the engine start switch, and then you rev the engine with the same switch, and you bring it back down as well. Once the engine is in full RPMs and you have 400 hertz here and 115 volts here, you can close the contactor. And then once the operation is done, you could just open it here, bring down the unit back to idle, and then you press this button, which is gonna shut the unit off after 3 to 5 minutes of idle time. With this one, when you get a fault, you can reset the fault here, and then you could also test that the bulbs are working and every board is functioning how it's supposed to. This one, you select which phase you wanna see the reading on. So you have A and B, B and C, C and A and N, which is neutral, B and neutral, and C and neutral. Yeah, we usually keep it here because that's what we're gonna see on the voltmeter. And then here's the lamps, which turns on the lamps outside, the lamps on the panel. And then when the unit is off, it gives you the reading of the fuel. So you don't have to turn the unit on just to see the fuel. All right, so let's crank it up. Once you have 400 hertz and 115, you can close the contactor. Essentially all three phases give you exactly the same. Now if you don't have a voltmeter, you can check with these gauges. So here you have phase A, phase B, and phase C. They should be reading exactly the same, all three. Alright, so to apply load, you just apply as much load as you want. In this case we're gonna go full load, which is what this unit is made for. It should give you around 200 amps on here and on here. That's it. We're gonna bring it back down. So what you're looking for is that the hertz stays stable, voltage stays stable. Test it out for a couple minutes, make sure it can hold the load, that the engine's not dropping. Another test we do is the ENF. When you disconnect the ENF, that's a signal from the airplane. When you disconnect it, it's gonna open up the contactor and it's gonna cut off power to the load bank. So that means it's working fine. This concludes our video for today. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more tech tip videos on GSE.